Hey guys, my name's Butch Brown. As you can see behind me, this is a boat that we're going to have on a raffle for Swimbait Underground. It's my Butch Brown build for SU. It's all going to charity for the kids. Come on in here and check it out. Everything on this boat is brand new from the trailer up. 100% rebuilt. Just the way this boat was back in 2005, except the upgrades now are amazing. But the first step in the build was to get it painted. Okay, then what I had to do was completely, pressure wash everything and then scour it with the pad and scuff it up. And then this is an acrylic urethane classic black finish. Let's start off with the front of the boat. This boat was completely gutted, 100%. My boat was all trial and error on how I like to fish and how I like my rods to lay. But anyways, up here in the front, this boat has the identical trolling motor that is, and that's a Tour 82-pound thrust. All you need. It's been completely rebuilt by the trolling motor doctor. This is all brand new down in here. I did sand the housing out and repaint it, clean it up a little bit. They just had a brand new shaft put on it, brand new top cap over here for the controls. This is all brand new wiring, brand new pad on the foot control, brand new pads down here to grip the carpet. Everything on this is brand new. And the motor is probably 15 years old, but it's been completely rebuilt to the same thing that I have. And the reason I like this is because it's lighter. It's very, very quiet. Brand new prop, brand new shear pin. It's all been reclamped. I couldn't find the stainless steel clips anymore. They don't make them, but I did my best. Brand new sonar cable, brand new sonar. And then it's also got the protection cup over the top, just like I have over there, because before the end of the year, whoever gets this boat would probably rip it off. But for the $50 that this cup comes or it is priced at, it will save you $70 for the first time you hit a rock. Down in here, these are all the new gauges, and I made it just like I made that boat over there. This is one solid piece of aluminum that's been bent, and then inside here is angle bracket to support it top and bottom. This right here is another piece of I think I might have used mahogany on it, and everything has been covered with aluminum and then sealed with a rubber paint on the backside to protect it from the weather conditions. And then inside, because I had to elevate it a little bit, I had to use a product that we use for certain things. And this is a lightweight aluminum honeycombed material that's super hard, doesn't bend. And I think they actually make airplane wings out of this stuff, but it weighs absolutely nothing. But that's inside here because you want to try to keep this as light as you can. But I utilize that when I can. The switches now, you have a timer for the live well. You have all these switches here, which you have your bilge pump. You have lights for the inside for night fishing. This is going to be your to control this, the timer and the aerator. We have brand new lights, running lights that are going to be on this boat. You have your front, you have your back. Everything has been thought out the way that I did it on that boat. I like to have this little port here so that my sonar can plug in with ease. This sonar right here is a Lowrance HD 10. It was top of the line in the day, and to me it's still just fine. What has changed over the years is this area here. I used to have pull switches, And then when I'd pull the trolling motor up, it would catch, and then I'd find out that my bilge pump ran for 2 days, and I didn't know it. Then I had toggle switches, and I had the same problem, and I still have that problem. But I was able to find this controller here that is going to have my bilge pump, my aerator, my lights, my sonar, and everything. But what's so cool about it is this one actually comes with a cigarette lighter, so you could plug something in there if you need to. And it also has a port right here to charge your phone, whatever you want to do. Okay? Like I said, everything on this boat is brand new. Brand new stainless steel latches. Brand new seat pedestals. They go all the way through the seat itself, and then they have a plate on the bottom that locks them in like a sandwich. Brand new adjustable seats. You know, brand new seats right here. High backs, just like I like in my boat. Couldn't get the same color, but these look really good in the boat. Very, very comfortable. They give you plenty of room, and actually when you fish out of a boat like this, it's nice to have a front seat because you got something to sort of lean against when you're casting big swim baits. Makes a difference. Now we come to the hatches. Same hatch I have in that boat right there. This whole thing comes right off. This is all rubberized on the bottom, and yeah, it's Flex Seal. Top here is aluminum that's been cut and sandwiched on, laminated, right on the plywood. The plywood is a high-grade plywood. Now we got in here, the battery compartment. All the wiring is all done. It's all been tucked under here. It's all hidden. These are lithium batteries, 100 amp. You can probably go 10 fishing trips before you have to charge them. But they don't weigh anything. They're super light. It's the way to go. I would never buy a lead battery again for a boat ever again. That boat there, I've been fishing on it 6 or 7 trips, and I plug in the charger, and it takes maybe an hour for everything to charge, and it's not even drawn down. They're amazing. And this is a newer brand right here. Like I said, everything here is stainless steel, all the bolts, aluminum here. Up here in the front, because it's me building this boat, these are my buoy markers, okay? They're always here, okay? And they're very, very small, and there's 2 reasons I have these up here. One is sometimes when you're casting a swim bait and you throw it, you can snap your line. I've done it. I've snapped off some beautiful baits. But if you can get to where the ring is while it's still sinking, you can throw this thing right on it and then maybe retrieve it later, dive on it, or go get the lifeguard to do it. But these are ledge markers. So say you're out doing your sonar thing, you're coming off of an edge, you got a little 1-foot break that's running out, and you want to keep track of it. You want to be around that area. That's why you use these. You don't use the big orange ones or anything like that. You use these because when these are in the water, you can't see them, except you know they're there, so you know what you're looking for. They're weighted so they sink or they stay floating in one direction after they go down. But the reason I use these is because you don't want to advertise where you might be catching fish. You know, you might be in the middle of nowhere and 16 feet of water, 40 feet of water. But if you want to keep track of what's going on and you don't want people to see what you have out there marked, that's why those are there. They're part of the boat. They're part of me. And that's the way it is. Inside this deck, or this hull, this is all rubberized. The whole thing, 100%. One for sound, and one just because the boat is so old and you want to protect it. You don't want to have leaks. It's an old boat. You know, it needed some serious work. Let's come down here. This is a storage locker. Your fuel tank is in here. Your tackle can be in here. However you want to work it, it's up to you. This has a pull latch. And this was something that I made on this boat because it used to be like this. And I wanted to walk across the deck to get to the front. And this is what I came up with. But, you know, I figured out all my problems, when I did this boat. So when I did this one, I already knew ahead of time what the issues were going to be. But this is all reinforced with aluminum ribbing, so when you stand on it, it doesn't bend. This is all rubberized, the whole thing. Carpet, big heavy-duty aluminum hinge on the bottom. It will never rust. You'll never have problems with it. In order to keep this up, down in here, if you look, this is where I keep your lights that go in the back, your light that goes in the front, your running lights for at night, and then this pole here comes out, and then all you do is that's going to keep it up while you need to get in here for whatever you might need. The gas tank is locked in, so it can't slide around when you're going across the lake. It's all brand new hose, brand new tank. Down in here, I made these so they're removable. This is aluminum. Okay, it hasn't been painted because I'm not finished with it yet with the rubber coating, but that's just aluminum. And if you see here, all your wires are encapsulated in sleeves. And if you ever want to take this tank out, you just disconnect it right here, and you can take this tank out if you're going to run an electric motor or whatever, but you shouldn't have to take the tank out to put gas in it at the gas station. It's all going to be right here, ready to go. This right here is your battery charger. It's automatic. It'll charge any kind of battery. It's the best of the best. And it's very simple for whoever wins this boat to operate. And I'll show you how that works in a minute. This is your stop. It's aluminum plate, heavy duty, won't bend. I include a first aid kit. I include a horn. There's your ropes to tie the boat off to the dock. And I'll get into this in a minute. But in order to use this right here, stay right there. Very, very simple. All you have to do is you have to get yourself some electrical. Okay, and I did this before. You just take this right here, and you see this plug right here? Okay, all you got to do to charge this boat is stick this in and watch that thing. That's it. I put this hatch on because I can't tell you how many double digits bass flew out of the live well when I lifted it up, and they'd flop right out. You know, I've lost tournaments. I mean, I'd have guys with me that caught 13, 14 pounders, never even got a picture of the fish because they flew out. And then I got the idea, let me get a hatch from a Hobie or something, and that's what this is right here. And this way you can reach in here and grab your fish and do what you want, and you don't have to open this whole thing up, which that's cool. These right here, if you come over here, they're what locks this down. I made a lip here so that you're able to have something to grab to lift the live well up. But these are rubber. It's all the same that's on that boat. Trial and error. They don't rust. There's no problem. This just lifts right up, locks in. There's a pin right here. It doesn't matter if this is this way, but the normal way to do it is you just tap it like that and it shuts. Okay, then when you come inside the live well itself, there's my feeder line over there, which we'll look at that in a few minutes. But this is all rubberized right here. And before I'm all done, I will have these softened up, because when the fish comes up and he flops, I don't want him to get hurt. So I'll have a piece of rubber tubing that goes around here, and these will have a rubber coating on them. But that'll happen here shortly. This is a 100-quart cooler. They don't make them the same as that one, but this one was actually a little bit better. It's brand new. I got rid of the top because it sticks up too high, and I want this to be flat. I want my rods to lay across here from the back, and I want this edge right here to be fabric, because when my rods lean against here, I don't want them to be on the hinge or anything. I don't want them to get all scratched up, but there's a reason for everything that I do. This has aluminum hinge back here again, and the hinge is also connected to these other storage areas. This has all been rubberized coated. These are your 2 ports to let your water run out. So this live well is dialed in. It's got lights here for night fishing, so you can look in and see your fish, what you have to do. If you see on this side, in fact, if you come over here, let me show you what's down in here. Okay, these are heavy duty stainless steel truck, semi-truck clamps, okay, and clear tubing. Okay, so all this has all been connected, and this is how the flow goes. If you look in here, this is a junction box for fuses and stuff that run everything on the entire boat. I've got rubber caps on all of the screws that might stick out. So anyways, like I said, this is all rubberized. It's all dialed in. Everything lays flat. This is one continuous piece of hinge. All I did was cut it in the middle. And then this is aluminum here. This is rubber coated. Same thing here, rubberized, but this is where everything connects. You have your fire extinguisher in here, and it's on a clamp. So if you need it, you just hit that and you lift that out of there and you have your fire extinguisher. This is your bilge pump. This is your pump that's going to pump the water in. And these little guys right here are cork. Okay? And the only reason I thought about these is because this is the drain that's going to drain your live well. But just for safety reasons, if you just take this little cork and you push it in there, then if you lose the back piece for some reason or whatever, you've got like a double trouble fail-proof kind of a situation here. And I have another rubber one that'll fit in here too, but they'll be in a package down in here for when that time comes, for whoever wins it. And then you come back here, this deck right here, all these decks pull right up. This has all been rubberized 100%. These are your hoses. None of them are kinked. They're all flex hose. That is your wiring right there. So if you ever need to get in here, this is how you do it. This didn't get rubberized yet. That'll be done shortly. Heavy duty latches. Again, you're back here with the adjustable pedestal seats. Everything's been rounded. Thread all through that. And by the way, this whole center seat that was here had to get removed. So this is what's supporting the whole boat again in the center. And it's all been done with aluminum and stainless steel. And you come back here to the back. You got your black back deck here. You have another latch back here. This is usually where I keep my anchor. And this just pops up. And it's all been rubberized on the back. This is where your bilge pump is. And this is also where your live well pump is through the whole fitting. And this is all where your tubing is here for your drain for the live well. All rubberized, all coated. If you can look right back here, this orange thing right here is your drain plug. Okay. Back here, this is for your camera, your GoPro that comes up, or it's also for your night lights when you're fishing at night. There's an outboard motor that's going to bolt on here. It's a 15 horsepower Mercury. This is your gas line right here. All this is going to do is just come right around and plug right in. And if you don't have the motor on there and you have something else, you just push this right back in there. In the back here, if you look, this is the heart of the whole boat. This is the original don't take it off, bad juju kind of thing, in my opinion. This has all your original numbers on here from 1960, 1966. I think this boat was supposed to be a 66, and it might still be. We'll have to look. but something tells me it might be a little bit older than my boat. But this was rotted, so I had to completely take this off, refill it, sand it as best I could. I didn't want to take out the marks from the outboard motor. And then I stained it, and then I put diamond coat over the top of it. And I wanted that to stay original. This is the antique part of the boat. To me, this is special to have this, because normally you don't have all these plates and stuff. But this is all super heavy duty. Big long screws in here that go down 3 inches to hold all this together. This right here is what is called a cartridge bilge pump. And then what it is these just untwist out of here like that. Okay, and that's our biggest problem when you got big bass and you're fishing. You turn a bilge pump on and it's not working properly, or it gets left on and burns out. These here are replaceable, and you get the spare cartridge right here. Okay, and that way you don't have to turn around and buy a brand new one. And then what I did is they have disconnects. So this one here, if you look at the pink, these are already pre-crimped and ready to go. So as soon as something happens and this isn't working and you got a 10-pound bass in that live well and it's not giving you the water, you take this off, you go over here, you pull them apart, you plug that one in, screw it in, and in 30 seconds you're back to fishing again, and you don't have to worry about your bilge pump, you don't have to worry about your live well pump. 500 gallons an hour, all of them. So, you know, to me that's something to have on the boat at all times. That'll be in here. There's your night fishing right there. Every compartment in this boat is lit up. You have a lit up live well. You have your deck feet are going to be lit up here. Your back compartment's lit up. Inside where all your stuff is going to be lit up. This is all meant for night fishing, so you can not scare the fish and turn big bright lights on. Up here, if you have an issue, you have lights, and in the very front you have lights. So anyways, my name's Butch Brown. This is the only boat that I'll ever make in my lifetime for somebody to have. There's probably 300 hours invested into this. My time is free. Anything that you do to get your raffle tickets, that money is going to go to the kids. Doesn't go to me. I hope somebody enjoys it and takes care of it, because it's very, very special to me. That's it. Butch Brown out.